Lord Sri Hanuman, an incarnation of Lord Shiva to serve Lord Sriram during his exile in search of Mata Sita. Lord Hanuman is Vayuputra. He is also one of the 8 Chiranjeevas including Ashwatthama, King Mahabali, Vedvyas, Vibhishan, Kripacharya, Parshuram and Rishi Markandeya. In this artwork, Lord Hanuman is seen meditating on his Lord Sriram. Ardhnarishwar, a combined form of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. They are both the Purusha and Prakriti, considered as one. They are worshipped as the supreme creator of this universe by the Shaivas and Shaktas. Goddess Durga, a form of Mata Parvati, the consort of Lord Shiva. This artwork is inspired from the Vigraha of Mata Durga, kept in a secret cave. Lord Shiva Meditation. This artwork is based on meditating Lord Shiva. He is always seen meditating. But if we ask whom does he meditate on? We would know from the Shastras, he is always meditating on Lord Sri Vishnu. In Vaishnav tradition, he is considered as the biggest Vaishnav. So, Lord Shiva grants Vaishnavas the bhakti of the Supreme Godhead, Lord Vishnu or Sri Krishna, whose forms are most attractive. Lord Shiva in the Native American. Here in this painting, a lost tribe of Native Americans is shown. There's a medicine man interacting with Lord Shiva here in this art. This artwork is made in the sense of spirituality and in the matter of love and universal brotherhood in different parts of this world. God is one and his forms are innumerable. God can appear at any place, any time and in any form. Lord Shiva protecting Markandeya. This artwork is inspired from The Creation of Adam by an Italian artist Michelangelo. In this artwork, Lord Shiva is protecting Markandeya from Yamraj, the Lord of Death. This artwork is based on a tale, very famous in Tamil Shaivajim. When Markandeya reached near the end of his 15th year, Lord Yamraj, the god of death, came to take his life. Markandeya chanted Mahamrityunjaya mantra, which was taught by Lord Brahma to him. Thus, being satisfied, Lord Shiva and his consort Parvati appeared and protected Markandeya from death. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the 15th century golden incarnation and combined form of Srimati Radharani and Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This artwork is inspired from the original portrait of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, commissioned by Maharaja Prataparudra Dev of Odisha while Mahaprabhu was living in Puri. Sankirtan in Rath Yatra. This artwork is based on the topic of Sankirtan, done by the devotees of Lord Sri Jagannath, in Rath Yatra festival, in Puri. Kanswad. This artwork is based on the defeat of the cruel king Kans by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and his brother, Sri Balram. Kans was the material uncle of Lord Sri Krishna. He was a demon king who had persecuted the parents of Lord Sri Krishna, Devaki and Vasudev. And he wanted to kill their eighth son, by whom he was predicted to be defeated and killed. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, back to Godhead. In this artwork, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is seen in ecstasy, and meeting Lord Vishnu on Garud, in Puri. He would, most of the times, dance and chant the holy names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and faint while hearing his name. Lord Sri Krishna alone. This artwork is loosely based on the characteristics of Lord Sri Krishna. It is due to our forgetfulness, we are ignorant of the Supreme God. Less intelligent people don't obey the message of Lord Sri Krishna. They are the materialistic people who are busy in sense gratification. They don't know that Lord Sri Krishna alone fulfills their wishes when they pray to different deities. When he appears on this earth, he appears in his original Satchitanand form. When we realize this form, we will know all the Vedas and Vedantas. Sri Krishna Jagannath. In this painting, Lord Krishna is mercifully revealing himself as his Jagannath form to his devotee. Because Sri Krishna and Lord Jagannath are one. Many people didn't realize that Lord Jagannath is none other than one of the forms of Lord Sri Krishna. He is the Lord of innumerable universes. He is Mahavishnu and he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagwan, Sri Krishna. Kalki Avatar. This artwork is based on the 10th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Kalki Avatar. According to the Vedic scripture Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Kalki will appear on this earth to wipe out all the evils and re-establish Dharma at the end of this Kali Yuga. He will come with a white horse, which is the manifestation of Garud himself. Radha Krishna. Lord Krishna is none other than Srimati Radharani in his female form. So before jumping on to Ras Leela, we should first understand who is Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna. These paintings are made in devotion of the supreme divine union of Radha Krishna. Srimati Radharani is Prakriti herself. And Lord Krishna is the Adi Purusha. Once Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was sitting in his Golak Vrindavan Dham. Then he desired and created Srimati Radharani from his left half, and then they took part in their divine dance, called Ras Leela. In Vaishnav traditions and Radha Krishna centered sampradayas, devotees worship them as the supreme source of Godhead. Srimati Radharani is the source of devotion towards Lord Krishna. So no one should see them as separate. Cosmic form of Lord Vishnu. This artwork is based on the Virashwaroop of Lord Vishnu, who is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Lord Sri Krishna shows his Vishwaroop to Arjuna to make him realize that he's the only creator and controller of the three worlds. Without his will, not even a single leaf moves. He's the Paramatma, situated in everyone's heart. He has the knowledge of all. He's the father of all living entities. In Arjuna's words, he has no beginning, no middle or no end. He sees thousands of faces, hands and legs. All deities are surrendering to him and singing his glories. The sun and the moon are like his eyes. The Kauravas were already dead by rushing into the mouth of the Lord. This is furthermore explained in Bhagavad Gita's 11th chapter. Vapar Yuga to Kali Yuga. In this artwork, how Lord Jagannath came in his Daru Brahman form is shown. In Dwapar Yuga, after Lord Krishna's death, when Kali Yuga started, Rishi Vedvyas composed all Vedic Shastras including Ramayana and Mahabharata. When Lord Krishna's material body was burnt but one of his body parts was still activated. It reached Odisha, there the Sabra tribe people were worshipping this. Lord Krishna was known as Neela Madhava in this form. Then the king Indradyumna heard about it. He sent his soldiers and brought it to Puri. Then Lord himself ordered the king in his dream to build a temple and make his Vigraha. This is how Jagannath temple was built. Lord Jagannath resides along with his brother Balram and sister Subhadra in the temple. Pancha Sakhas were the collective name for the famous 5 saints or 5 friends of medieval Odisha at that time. Achyutanand Das, Jagannath Das, Balram Das, Sisu Anand Das, and Yashobant Das were among those present. They established their own sampradaya by preaching bhakti for Lord Jagannath in Odisha prior to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's arrival. Pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna. In this artwork, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling people of that time about the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna and Srimati Radharani. His teachings are based on devotion to Radha Krishna. The philosophy he established is called Achintya Bhed, Abhed. It includes elements of both viewpoints of Madhvacharya's Dvait and Ramanujacharya's Vishisht Dvait. The living soul is intrinsically linked with the Supreme Lord, and yet at the same time is not the same as God, the exact nature of this relationship being inconceivable to the human mind. The soul is considered to be part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Same in quality but not in quantity. God having all opulence in fullness, the spirit soul, however, having only a partial expression of his divine opulence. God in this context is compared to a fire and the souls as sparks coming off of the flame. Thus in this material world, when conditioned souls are separate from the Supreme Lord, one can get back to Godhead by hearing the pastimes of Radha Krishna and chanting the Lord's holy names. COVID. This artwork is based on current situations of devotees and non-devotees. During this pandemic of novel coronavirus, people have lost their lives but still they are attached to this material world. After leaving their body, they fall into the same long-going rebirth and death cycle. They don't realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Sri Krishna. They took him as an ordinary Hindu deity of love. In reality, he's known as Swayam Bhagwan in the bona fide scriptures. Doing bhakti of the Lord is a very easy process by doing Sankirtan and chanting his holy names. That's why it is recommended for the Kali Yuga. But the less intelligent people don't know how to get free from the bondage of karma. This is why they are trapped in this material world and face uncertain death, while devotees accept everything is temporary and connect them with the Lord. This is how they remain Krishna conscious and free from the materialistic bondage. Thus they achieve liberation after death from the rebirth and death cycle.